Hello, welcome to Stock Market Activity Day 2. Again, this is for extra credit, and the winner gets 25 extra credit points if they did every day, and there's 3 days. And everyone else that participates still gets 20 points. And there are only 5 of you that have done it, so your chances of winning are pretty strong. So let's talk about what we need to do on this Day 2 sheet. So it says to fill out the company number column using the same as what you purchased on day 1 and the same with the shares. So you all chose 5 stocks on day 1. Put that company number again. Put exactly what number of shares that you purchased. And then it says to fill out the price per column. So you'll just go down here, and if you purchased stock number 4, it's now worth $3.43. Whereas on day 1, it was worth 17 cents. So it's gone up pretty dramatically. Excuse me. So you'll put the price per share in here, and then it says to compute the cost. So just take number of shares times the price per share to get the cost. And again, you will not find out the names of the companies until tomorrow. And it says if you own company number 22, the stock split 2 for 1. That means that the number of shares that you would have would double. And I don't think that any of you chose that company. It's a beverage company. And I don't think any of you did that. So that's how you'll fill out this top part and go ahead and total your number of shares and then your cost. And that total number of shares should be the same as it was on day 1 at this point. And then there are all the stock prices that you're using when you update that chart. Okay? So then the next thing that you do, it says you can decide to keep all the stock in your portfolio unchanged, meaning don't sell anything, just hold. If that is the case and you just want to stick with the ones you have and do nothing else, then don't fill out anything else on this sheet. Okay? But if you do want to, here's what you can do. You can sell any of the stocks you own from day 1. So any of those stocks that you had up here, you can sell them. Okay? So you would sell them at the 2015 price from the table. Okay, so if I was going to sell some of my shares of company number 4, say that I had 50 shares, and I now want to sell 20 of them, I would sell 20 of them at $3.43. Okay, so it says specify in the first table below which company you're selling, how many you're selling, and at what price. So I would say company number 4, I'm selling 20 shares, it's at $3.43, and I would calculate the proceeds by taking the shares times the price. That's how much money I receive for selling shares. So if I want to sell any of them, I specify it down here. Okay? So that's this first couple bullet points. You make that decision. Once you've made that decision, you want to total this and see how much proceeds that you have. And let's just say I have $300. Then with the proceeds, or the money you receive from selling those shares, you have to buy shares of another company and do the following in the second table. So down here, you can buy up to 2 more companies if you would like. So you will put how many shares of that company you're going to buy, and again, you're using the 2015 price, so let's just say I want to buy number 19 here. I'm going to maybe buy 120 shares of that to spend the $300 of proceeds that I have. Okay, so you can buy a maximum of 2 more companies. So if I got proceeds of $300, I can get 2 more companies, $300 worth of stock. The only thing that I would caution you about here is that if you're buying more shares of a company, if you already owned them, that is fine. So in this first section, the ones you owned, if you had ownership in number 20, company number 20, and you want more shares of number 20, that's fine. Just specify it down here, the additional shares that you're going to get. So maybe I had 10 shares originally on day 1. Now I want to buy 30 more shares. I'll write 30 shares down here, and then when I get to day 3, I'll add those shares together for that company to say what I'm holding. Okay? So this is just the additional shares to use the proceeds that you got from selling. And again, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just hold on to what you had day 1 and roll the dice. So this is what you need to turn in to me for today.